They can, they just won't. And fucking Lex Luthor ain't finna do it because it's technically Superman's fault. So anything he can do to make it look bad, I mean, shit.
And I can't get my insurance claim filed because Lex filed his before me. He gonna get
exactly.
He gonna get
and he gonna get a tax cut.
Right.
Yep. He gonna
get his shit fixed. He gonna get his shit fixed before me, and ain't gonna be no money left because all his properties are worth millions and millions of dollars, and I'm just trying to get a quarter panel on my fucking Honda fixed.
The real kicker, he didn't pay for none of that shit. The government did because they need his fucking tech.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. I always had those questions like, what city is the worst city to live in either Marvel or because Marvel is technically our world.
Dude,
so I would never live in Dakota.
What city did the Avengers defend from the aliens?
New York.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh yeah, fucking stay the fuck away from New York and
damn. Then
so I've heard two different things.
Then Godzilla get New York too, and Jurassic Park. The dinosaurs.
That was
San Diego. So that was over there, East Coast.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. In the Marvel universe.
So I've heard two different things. In Marvel is our world. It has our cities, whatever.
Okay.
In DC, I've heard that our cities, along with the cities that these superheroes are in. So I guess that world would
because what's Flash from? He's got a special city.
East Central City.
Central City.
Okay, yeah. Central
Flash
City.
Central.
Star City, shit like
Star
that.
City is Green Lantern.
But Star City is next to Detroit.
Pretty much, yeah. Kind of.
There's also from the Dakotaverse, and it mixed in with DC, so you have Dakota too.
Yeah.
Come out, Madam Web, Dakota.
No, Static Shock Dakota.
Let me stop.
And that felt more like Philly kind of Dakota did.
It did.
Yeah, that felt like a Philly type place.
Where was it that the those big ass helicrafts they had fell out of the sky?
Where in
Marvel? That was Washington. Yeah, that was Washington.
Yeah,
because that was the Triskelion. That's the name of that place. Yeah.
So the aliens did the most damage then.
In Marvel, yeah. Well,
you're going back to movies. I just mean in general, like not even. I mean, if you want to count the movies, you can count that too. Because you think about.
Okay. Marvel. Okay, Okay. I was only thinking movies, but you said Marvel Universe, and so now I'm actually thinking. I'm like, okay, holy fuck, because
you want to do movies.
You going somewhere and fucking goddamn in New York, the lizard popping up out of the thing when you trying to eat your fucking slice of pizza, or you go to. I don't know. Who's a guy? There's a guy in the fucking rural ass place who he has tornado powers.
Weather Wizard,
maybe,
or Red Tornado. Well, he's a good guy.
Red Tornado is what I think of.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Bro, Red Tornado's cool as fuck.
But think about it, like, yeah, you wherever that motherfucker's at, like, you on your way to pick your kid up, and you get out to get a drink and a Slurpee and shit, and you come out and he fighting and blow your fucking car next state.
That's a weird colored tornado. I didn't know tornadoes.
Yeah, like so. I guess in the Marvel universe as itself, with as much fuck shit that happens, because it's not just in your town, it's like interdimensional stuff. And, I'm getting anxiety just thinking about living there, to be honest.
And then,
it's a lot.
Too, you could wake up and become a mutant, or you could wake up and get killed by a mutant. Just like,
yes,
it's so fucked up.
Your entire section of the world can be taken over by an evil dictator with powers and a militia.
Or you might get that one asshole like, you know what? I feel like shrinking this city and putting it in a snow globe for no reason.
Yo, dude.
Now I'm in a snow globe. I ain't coming to work today. Why? I'm in a snow globe.
Or one of your favorite heroes get sent into space by your other favorite heroes. Then he comes back and he's pissed. What does he do? He nukes a section of your city. Thanks, Tony. Looking at you, World War Hulk.
I think I would. There would have to be like a registry where it shows like where superheroes. You know what? I guess I'm for that. What side was Cap on about making them fucking register?
No.
Yes, sir. I'm on it. I need to know where they are so I can be away from them.
No problem.
See now, yeah.
Let me stop.
We see where this is going.
But no. I honestly, in those type of shit, like
They have
You
a
know
relief
what?
fund in Marvel specifically. They talk about it. I know in DC they do too, but in Marvel I know
Like compensation and shit.
they have they have a whole like a fund, like a organization for that.
What
They
that
actually
helps.
mention it in the Marvel movies. They mentioned the cleanup of New
Oh,
York,
that's
like
the damage. Shit. It's an actual
fuck
company called the damage control. That's it. That's the name of it.
yes.
And
Um,
they're responsible for all the logistics after these people fight. They're responsible for the cleanup, the compensation, all that other stuff, the reliefs, basically FEMA for these universes. I think the best city that I can think of, and this is based off of that clip we watched with the Flash, I think Central City might be the best.
oh yeah, Central City is
Because-
absolutely
Flash.
Because of the Flash, because he can literally be everywhere. Everybody likes him. For the most part, he don't have
evil rogues. Like
right, exactly. He might, the reverse
Oh,
Flash.
so you want to live with tame villains?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, because you think, all right.
What do they
because
call
it's
them?
about rules.
What do they call the
You
people
got
that get metahumans?
Say it again.
They're metahumans in Central
Yeah.
City. Okay.
Uh,
okay.
In DC they're called
Yeah.
metahumans.
They are,
But no, I thought it was
he
specific
doesn't have a
thing
lot
for
of power.
Flash.
He doesn't have a lot of people with powers. He has
Oh,
a lot
Rogues Gallery. The Rogues.
his rogues are people with stuff like Cold,
Yeah.
Mirror Master.
Oh, the rogues are a group.
Yeah.
Well,
They're
Yo,
just his group
which
of
one we
villains.
all? I don't know if I saw it on a TikTok, and I want to say maybe it was Scat sent it to me. The rogues killed one of their own members because like that dude.
yes, they did. Yeah, we were talking about that. Yeah,
Okay. That's why. Yeah, that's my
yeah, because I
Yeah,
think so. The Rogues Gallery is a Flash specific term. It's just his term. He like coined that term for his bad guys, but we use it for any other superheroes.
Yep.
Group of bad guys. It's kind of
usually Flash and Batman.
right. Exactly. And God, you think about New York is probably the worst city because you think Spider-Man, the Avengers,
Spider-Man.
well,
The
just
Fantastic Four,
Fantastic Four,
X Factor.
X-Men. Sometimes they're not. Yeah, they're upstate New York. So yeah,
Yep, they're upstate. Yep.
Yeah, New York is literally the worst.
No.
You can live.
Now, conversely, DC, I would love to live in Gotham. Do you know why?
I would feel safe in Gotham.
Either.
I understand how Gotham works.
Yeah, but that ain't gonna stop you. Look, you could be.
Yes, it will.
Oh, you know what? Also in Gotham, man, while Batman doesn't kill people, a lot of Batman villains come in spraying and shit when they come into places and shit. Like that's no talking, just spraying.
Smile. What is that gas? That gas
Smile
that Joker like? Yeah, smile.
What the fuck? Imagine fucking goddamn sitting there. You getting a beer after a long day work, and you get hit with Joker smiling gas, and no one want to fuck with you for the rest of your life.
So check me out. The problem with Gotham is there are easy ways to avoid this shit if you just fucking pay attention.
I ain't got time for that.
I can't pay attention to what?
You ain't even got, like
you're
even gotta do shit like Joker.
Gotham type.
You talking about pay attention to territories?
Yeah, bro.
That's why. Why would I live? Why would I listen where I gotta pay attention? No, I can't drive through Joker Town.
Well, not even Joker Town. Joker's a wild card. You can't count on him. Just stay away from funny shit. Stay away from
I like funny shit. Sketch.
Stay away from fun houses.
I like fun houses.
He's like, look at this cute little flower, and it sprays acid on your face.
That's another thing.
Nah, it's so easy to avoid.
Imagine
Gotham.
Imagine have to worry about getting offered a sample, you eat it, and fucking Joker pull off a mask, and you fucking a Joker fiend again.
Look, all I'm saying is, I would love to have my rent at fucking $320.
Okay, listen.
You might be right.
You know what? Listen.
The problem with Gotham is the fact that you know who the bad guys are. They tell you.
Okay. Listen. If I had a full remote job, paid well, and I didn't have to leave my house, and I could just, I assume in Gotham. Yeah, and I just kind of hope there's speedsters and shit, so I would get my shit super fast. But I would never leave my home. Yeah,
you
for that 320.
That's
Yeah.
cool. That's probably the
Brother,
best.
brother, when I tell you the safest place to work in Gotham is a day
For
job.
Bruce Wayne.
No, it's a day job working for one of the families at the warehouse.
No, because that warehouse might catch some shit.
Yo, Eric,
No, you
what
are
warehouse have
crazy.
you ever
No,
seen in
no.
Batman
I'm
that
not-
didn't have anything
I'm
going
not-
through it?
I'm not talking about out there at the docks. I'm not talking
Okay,
about out there at Gotham
That's
Harbor.
something else. There's always some shit going on at the top.
Yeah, no,
okay,
do
that's
not-
what I thought. Okay, I went there
No.
too. Okay, not the docks.
No,
I
I'm
was like,
talking
what the
about-
fuck are you talking about? The docks?
talking
I
about-
might be in that one of those shipping containers.
Wake up and just start.
Nah, I'm talking about working at one of their fronts. You know why?
Okay.
They are all protected.
True.
Until a
But
rival.
how do you get in on one of their fronts?
The regular way. That's
Oh,
the
just
beauty
doing your
of it.
job. Just because you just working in a warehouse. It
Yeah,
don't
but-
matter that every now and then they drag a body through there.
Exactly. I don't care. My rent is $320. My rent is $320. I do not care, brother.
No,
I do not
wouldn't
care. I don't
care.
even like museums, so I'm not fucking with Catwoman. I don't like that weird, funny shit, so I'm not fucking with Joker.
Now, here's my
I don't
thing.
like cold shit. I'm not
Why
worried
they
about
come
free.
through or they got to do some grimy shit. I don't care either. I'm just worried about retaliation. They're gonna be like, "Oh, that's a front." Like the other games would know the other game's fronts.
But they don't fight each other like that. The
That's
only
true.
one
Not
that
open. They don't. You're right.
does is Black Mask, and
Mhm.
Black Mask is out on the
Great.
docks near Ace Chemicals in the
Yeah, you're
Sion.
right.
Yep.
You're right. I'll give you that. Okay. So you get logistic. Because I always think about the docks. There's always some shit going on either at Ace
Absolutely.
Chemicals, Star Lab, or not. What's in Gotham? Star Labs is in Metropolis. I forget whatever's in Gotham.
Wayne Tech.
Wayne Tech, yeah, Wayne Tech. There's always some shit going on there. And Gotham might be safer than Metropolis because Metropolis, something is exploding.
Intriguing.
Lasers coming through somewhere.
Inter-
Superman might fly through your fucking front window. You know, but the thing about
Question.
Gotham is Batman, he ain't gonna save you because not that he doesn't want to, it's that he's a reactive hero, unfortunately.
Yeah.
For the most part. So
That's
That's
true.
what I'm
That-
saying. You
get
already
the shit.
sprayed with a Tommy gun
Right.
by the time Batman get there.
he'll avenge you, but he ain't gonna save you.
Don't go out at night.
Oh, 100% no.
Get a good day job. Don't go out at night. Learn where you're going, and you'll be fine. Mind you, in Metropolis, Intergang don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
because
you
they
can
ain't,
get
they
turned
ain't like families. They would
Right.
just run up on a random fucking daycare and just start spraying, hoping fucking Superman shows up because they got some new shit from Darkseid that they want to
They
test.
always got some new tech or some crazy ass tech or something. Fuck
Uh-huh. Yeah, fuck. Yeah. Also, the rent is high as fuck in Metropolis. I know it
that's
is.
essentially
Also, Superman. Superman can't save everyone either, right?
yeah, and he's
How many heroes in Metropolis? Justice League in Metropolis?
Nah.
oh no, they're usually they might have a no, the Hall of Justice. Where is that usually? Like Washington or some shit?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's no. It's in no, that's the I was thinking the Happy Harbor, but
I don't know.
Nowhere-
Well, no,
nowhere
they're
near-
usually in space because in the Watchtower. That's what Justice League.
Oh, that's right.
I was thinking the Justice Society.
That's
little-
that's the safest place to live
What's
Where?
Watchtower?
in the Justice League's
Oh my
Watchtower.
god.
Oh
No, it's not.
no.
I actually,
back
you know
all the
what?
fucking time.
Actually, I immediately remember
War
stories
World,
of it being.
Um,
Yes.
Green Lantern villain gonna fly by. Oh shit, what's that? Blow that up. That bitch is always under attack.
While I'm sitting there eating my fucking pizza and shit. Golly. All right. So, okay.
Actually, the safest place is you need to get you a scuba tank and hang out with Aquaman.
Hell no. Ormond's
Yeah,
always
right.
starting shit.
Yeah,
I don't know. Aquaman, he cocky. He started a lot of shit
He
himself.
does- yeah, that's
I
true.
get it.
And-
So I
get
don't
it.
need him provoking anything when I'm like, I just learned to swim fast,
You know what?
but not
You know
fast
what?
enough to run from the motherfuckers he brought. You know, I'm not doing that.
I get it. Y'all don't like
Uh,
Gotham. Y'all don't want low rent.
It's
I
not
get it.
Gotham.
Cool.
I don't mind Gotham. I just got so again, just like he said about Central City. Central City somewhat safe because it's a different kind of Flash there, and honestly, he everywhere. So
right.
Yeah.
they
Literally.
add a little bit of things.
And the people
But
like I feel like they like him because he actually saves people, not
Uh-huh.
or his back. Usually the people they're fucking with him specifically. You know, like especially Reverse Flash, they're fucking.
Yeah.
Well, I take that back. Reverse Flash might fuck with other people, but for the
But
most
it's usually
part,
for him.
right for him. So you're always catch any other city, you catching the collateral.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. Gotham, you're gonna get disfigured. You're gonna if you don't
Yeah.
die, you're gonna get disfigured in Gotham. You might you'll want to die.
Because you know the last thing I'm gonna see in Gotham is that fucking bat signal flicker on.
You're dead.
And it's already too late. I'm bleeding out.
You bleeding out.
I mean, to be fair, it's
Bat-
not just Batman. You got the other Bat kids too, and to be fair, Jason,
Who has actual?
He does.
I don't want to be I don't want to be that guy. Who has actual powers in Gotham?
Ooh.
Talon.
What are Talon's powers?
Oh, you talking about the Court of Owls
He's
guy?
he's like enhanced, isn't he?
Bad guy though, or is he good now?
No, I think he's anti now.
Oh,
let me look up before.
Anti is that's beneficial to them.
Anti-
So it ain't beneficial to him to save me
right.
and my car from fucking Clayface.
Exactly. Damn, ain't really. So there's nobody with powers, but there aren't really bad guys with powers either outside of your.
No, they're whole ass. The guys are bad guys with powers.
Like powers.
Again, I say
Pamela Isley.
The people you have to worry about in Gotham are the people.
Clayface? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. You got to worry about the people more than you do.
It's
The
not
people
illegal
with
to
the
carry a
Joker's
gun.
backing. That's the ones I'm scared of.
It's also not illegal to carry a gun. Just saying, y'all.
That's true. Yeah, but they gonna have something worse than a gun.
Yeah, said my rent $320.
I'm just saying, my rent is $320, bro, and I can carry a strap. I don't give a fuck what the Joker's saying. If I see that,
what's gonna happen?
I'm gonna blast him and apologize to Batman.
You know what's gonna happen? That you're gonna go because you're in the hood. You can't pay that rent online, so you got to go somewhere to cash that check or take that cash somewhere. You'll get fucking murked paying your rent.
Not at night. Not at night.
How you figure? At night be the worst time.
No, I'm saying like I won't be going out at night.
I see.
Exactly.
Broad daylight.
Exactly. I'm staying away from banks.
Listen, what I would do is if I need to go somewhere, I would call the cops on that place.
Yep.
I would call the cops on that place and then I show up there.
I told you for the last time, Bullock. For the last time, I don't know if they're there, but I just feel it in my spirit. If you could just
bomb threats,
yeah, look, I can wait for them to clear the building. Yeah, I'll be all right. I took off for this.
I would have Bullock and Montoya on speed dial.
Why is there a bomb threat here?
Yeah, right.
I need to stop for fucking Batman and Nightwing show up in my place.
That's one place you don't want to go.
And punch me in my chest.
We forgot about that, Rico.
What's that?
That's one place you don't want to go. Is motherfucking Bloodhaven.
What's Bloodhaven?
Yeah, that's where Nightwing. That's where Nightwing is. When he becomes
that's his city.
Yeah, that's his city.
It's called what? Bloodhaven.
Yeah.
BLUD, like blood.
Blood.
So Bloodhaven is what people think Gotham is.
How so? What do you mean?
Like you know how like people think all the cops are dirty in Gotham?
Oh, they are in Blood.
They actually are in Bloodhaven. Instead of it being a few corrupt cops with a bunch of like okay cops and a couple really good cops, it's all bad cops, and the few good cops have to meet in secret.
So he was a cop in Titans. Is he a cop in the comics?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
He starts off as a cop in the Nightwing comics.
Gotcha.
That's what I actually love the Nightwing comics because they go through links to show you how bad Bloodhaven is compared to Gotham. It's very much a fish out of water because he thinks he's joining up the fucking police force, and obviously he has his reservations, but he thinks he's really like here to do something, and he quickly gets shown how it is.
There's a comic run I need to read of Nightwing where he becomes like a spy or some shit for a minute.
Oh man, that shit is
Nightwing does.
Yeah, Nightwing does. Oh, is it not good?
Read it.
Okay, all right.
Did y'all know that Gotham City was in New Jersey?
Is that where it technically is?
Yeah.
It says Bloodhaven, officially written as that don't matter. It's a city in New Jersey between Gotham City and Atlantic City.
Yep.
So we're gonna consider. So Bloodhaven is in between Jersey or in Jersey?
they're all in New Jersey, but Bloodhaven itself is in between Gotham City and Atlantic City.
It's like a 5 boroughs thing where it's like Gotham, Bloodhaven.
And that was going to be my next question, because these patrol areas. Let me show you. Let me show you.
Gotham's only a couple blocks.
Listen, so how do I? Damn, how do? Hold on. Open image in the tab.
Also, this is like what they consider that's New York.
Yeah. Wait, who?
Like
This is Bloodhaven.
Yeah.
So that would take. So where's Bloodhaven? That strip right there.
This all should be. This
That's all Bloodhaven. Okay. So where's Gotham at?
Where's it Gotham? To the south or to the
I don't know.
Well, but this is it's in between Gotham and Atlantic City. So basically anything that happened in this area is what Nightwing covers. So he just prowling.
Yeah, that's a big
prowling.
He ain't got
like a damn Spider-Man map.
He ain't got no. It does. He ain't got no Batman resources. Like,
does he got a bike?
He has he does have a bike. That's true. But I take that back. His Nightwing costume has wings in it too.
Yep, he can glide.
Yeah, but even still, you ain't gliding that fast.
Nah. Well, remember he has that grapnel too.
That's true. Yep.
He does. He does that shit like in Arkham World.
Yeah.
The fucking glider boost from Arkham World.
Yeah.
I love that fucking game.
Yeah, those games.
But yeah, one of the first things he does in Bloodhaven is butt heads with the cops and the real power in fucking in Bloodhaven, which is
a big bad.
If I'm not mistaken, it's Blockbuster, Roland Desmond.
Gotcha. Okay.
And he controls everything. But yeah, that's where I would not want to live. Fuck Bloodhaven.
Shit, I still think just New York in general is this in Marvel.
In Marvel, fuck, dude. I love New York. Fuck New York.
Right. In Marvel, New York, that's you catching. It doesn't matter what it is, and then it's probably one of those situations you can't even afford to leave. That's
fuck New York. Fuck California.
Yeah. Because there's a California-based Avengers and there's a Great Lakes Avengers as well.
Yeah, West Coast.
Avengers and a Great Lakes Avengers.
I'm gonna be real with you. I would rather be in New York than on the West Coast or the fucking whatever else Avengers, because at least them motherfuckers are like main stringers. I don't want to be nowhere where the second string fucking, like, don't get me wrong, I'll fucking love Hawkeye. Hawkeye is one of my top 10 favorites.
He's mainline Avengers though.
But he's also led the West Coast Avengers.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. He should be embarrassed.
As much as I love him, nah, fuck that.
Oh, did you hear what Jeremy Renner said recently?
Nah.
So he was in an interview. I don't know what it was, for. So he was going to make a second season of the Hawkeye show on Disney Plus, but they offered him less money.
Oh yeah,
for more time. Yeah, half the money. I'm like, this dude, like, given he hasn't, he's not your Robert Downey's or whatever, but he is still the mainline Avengers. Fucking Black Widow got a movie. And you try to undercut him? That's crazy. That is crazy. Y'all made billions off of this dude.
When I tell y'all don't respect the characters.
Black Widow is dead, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
she died because of the Infinity Stone, correct?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
What you mean? Yeah. Were you asking?
I'm just curious. Just curious.
Oh, okay. Yeah. She did.
This is Gotham.
Oh yeah. Small.
Batman be cruising around that motherfucker, man.
Yeah, you do. So they will use Chicago in the Dark Knight. That's actually a good representation then, because they have a gang of bridges. Okay. That actually, what's that in the middle? Somerset?
7, 8, 9. Oh, okay, yeah.
That's actually okay. That the name damn John, what's his name? Chris Nolan. He did his research.
Yeah, he did.
He said, I'm gonna use Chicago, all them bridges and shit. Gotcha.
Which is hilarious because motherfucker didn't read a comic, but
but he still made, well, I won't say the best Batman movie, the best, I take that back, the best representation of Batman, but the best Batman movie. I'll say that.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
That was just a cop with Batman armor, essentially. But if you put him, if there was anybody else with powers, he would be folded quick.
Yeah. Oh,
That
bro,
is-
him in the Invincible universe.
Oh yeah,
That shit
Yeah.
hurts my soul because at some point you just can't get over like
Brown.
flying.
That. Oh, that's
Brown-
Central Street?
Oh, bro, did Rico? Did you read Cataclysm?
No. What is that?
Okay, so there was a big thing. It wasn't Battle for the Cow. It was Contagion. So a plague came to Gotham and was fucking everybody up. Like when I say like it was fucking a lot of people up. Huntress, because she was a kindergarten teacher at the time. She lost like a bunch of people in her class. Like I think like half the class or more died or some shit like that. Tim lost somebody. It was a whole thing. But right after this happened, there was a big earthquake, which is called Cataclysm. And in and amongst them, like trying to save themselves and like save Gotham and all this kind of shit right here, there's like criminals doing shit and whatnot. Oh my god, it was. I would suggest you read that. It's such a good story. I put it behind Hush, but Hush.
I need to read Hush again. I didn't get that much. I tell you, I didn't like Riddler being the bad guy or whatever you want to call it. Well,
wait, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't Hush, but I didn't like him. He was kind of like behind it. I didn't like Hush either. He was just a friend of Batman and all that.
Oh yeah.
I need to read it again. I don't know. I need to go back and read it again because I have the actual book. Because I went on a kick and you still there, Saint?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I didn't know if you were talking about. But yeah,
No.
I need to go back and read it because I heard a lot of good stuff about it, and are they either doing a sequel or something?
I think they're animating it, or no, I think they did animate it.
They already animated it. Yeah,
they might be doing the follow up then.
Yeah, something coming out. It's a Cataclysm.
But yeah, Batman is fucking
okay,
Batman. Yeah, Batman Hush is one of my favorites. Jeff Loeb is one of my favorite writers, though. So
I'm gonna give it a second chance because Killing Joke, it was okay.
Nah, I like
look. It was okay, but it wasn't my favorite either.
Yeah, it's definitely there for the artistry. Like it's up there, like among the greats. But it is not my favorite. I like Batman Hush, Cataclysm, Contagion.
I need to read Quarter Owls as well.
Yes, I'm about to say Quarter Owls.
What's Quarter Owls?
It's like this secret underground
elite criminal society.
Oh, I won't say criminals. It's just a bunch of billionaires, and it's like some eyes wide shut shit. Like
Under Owls,
Court of Owls. So they're apparently this organization that has existed in Gotham, and they're kind of similar to the League of Shadows, where they influence events that happen in the city and in the world. It's a bunch of asshole billionaires, and Batman apparently didn't know about them for the longest time, and they've been operating for whatever. But and like I haven't read it yet, so I'm just kind of going off with some of the animated movies that I've seen. But they try to recruit Damian Robin, I believe, correct?
Yeah,
right? Yeah. That's like one of his main stories, like when he comes in. Which interesting is they're gonna in the live action they're doing Damian. I'm like, damn, y'all skipped a lot of shit. So I think we need to get past. Well, I wouldn't have minded a Robin.
Get past year one. I would love to see Robin introduced.
Yes.
Wait, what show is this?
It wasn't a show. It's a comic run called Court of Owls, and there was a movie called Batman versus Robin.
No, you meant the live action was Damian.
Oh, the live action, I think it's called The Brave and the Bold, where they're introducing Damian, and I'm like, damn, y'all skipped a lot of shit. Like, I wouldn't have minded a Robin, like, give me a Robin that's been Robin for a bit, like Dick Grayson Robin, and then have him progress into Nightwing, and then have a Tim Drake, but they've skipped a lot. Damian's not my favorite because he's a little asshole, but we ain't seen a Robin since fucking Crystal Dawn.
Yeah, right, bro. Oh my god, don't even remind me of that shit.
Batman versus Robin.
Yeah,
yes.
That's a really, really abbreviated version of Court of Owls. It does have my favorite scene at the end though. So they pretty much find out who Batman is, and like they have soldiers, but they're like undead soldiers. And they're led by Talon, who is like he's semi-undead. Basically, they can't feel pain. So all these soldiers break into the Wayne Manor, right? So it's Batman, Nightwing, and even Alfred gets in on it. He's walking around with a shotgun, shoot because since they're undead, nobody has any qualms about killing. So if you want to see Batman and Nightwing, you go all out where they don't kill, so they always hold back. You want to see them fight without holding back.
I'm downloading it right now.
That shit is.
I'm about to stream it. So
it's a quick scene, but I won't say quick, but it's like a few minutes. But they go all out. They're like, hold up, they're on dead. So you mean we can go all out? Bet. And so they go all out, and it's great. But it's a very good. The end of it is really good. But Damian's a little asshole in that too, because Batman's like trying to tell him like these dudes are using you. They're using you to get to me type shit, and he ain't trying to hear it. But
Damian normally he bucks against almost everything.
Yes, because he's essentially he was trained as an assassin his whole life, and his mom crazy, his granddad's crazy, Ra's al Ghul.
They dipped and dropped his ass in that pit at least once or twice. Lazarus pit.
They need to. They just did it. They're like, you ain't crazy enough. Dip. Dipping in his crazy water. Yeah.
I picked a new place. I feel was safe.
Say it again.
I would love to live in Latveria.
I said I picked a new place that will. Yeah, I think I'd be safe here.
Latveria or what's the one in the X-Men universe? Well, if it's not getting blown up.
You talking about
Krioka?
What is
it? Krioka?
No, the one where the mutant safe haven.
Which one is this, guys? What am I saying wrong?
Genosha.
You talking about Genosha or Krakoa?
Yeah.
Krakoa. The one that Magneto is Genosha, right?
Yeah, that's Genosha.
Yeah, I want Genosha. I want to go with Magneto.
Yeah, but Latveria will be good too.
Yeah. Bro, you would be the safest in Latveria.
Yes, 100%. 100%. Because everybody is taking care of there. Everybody eating there.
I'm gonna be real with you. Y'all gonna hate me for this, but there's one place in DC I know you would be safe, and I know the people love their ruler.
Try to think. Hold on. Let me think.
All right, let me think. In DC, okay.
DC. Let me
love
think.
their ruler.
The last place you'd ever think to go. As a matter of fact, most people avoid this place.
Everybody loves their ruler.
Yeah.
Trying to think who rules in DC.
It's super fucked up too, because you would never expect it.
I mean, it ain't them scary because you get killed before you even get there.
Yeah.
Mojo is the Marvel, ain't it?
Mojo's Marvel. Yeah, Mojo's Marvel.
Yeah.
In DC, where
that people like.
It's a different planet.
I'm trying to think. It's a different planet?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Where do New Gods hang out?
That's New Genesis.
So not there?
No, not New Genesis.
Okay, not New Genesis.
I
can't think of all the Oa?
No, hell no.
No one lives there, really, other than the big-headed ass people. Can't think. Yeah, you got
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse
crossed my mind, but how would you?
Remember the last time?
Isn't there like a battle planet?
Yeah.
Remember the last time they tried to overthrow Darkseid?
Who his people?
No, the
superhero. The Justice League?
Yeah.
This is white. They got killed.
Yeah, the Justice League tried to
you
come over.
You sure they like their leader or just scared of him?
Yeah. No, they like him.
Really?
Like, yeah, Superman put pause to that motherfucker. And they were like, no, don't hurt him.
Oh, you should have seen like a North Korea situation where they're kind of trained.
Nah.
So what do they just what happens on Apocalypse?
It's not a whole lot. Like there's
on fire.
It looks like it's on fire.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
I don't think you thought this one through.
It's horrible.
One,
it fucking sucks.
you've seen the humidity here. Think all the time. Well, I mean, I guess maybe it's fire. It's a dry heat.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's much drier there than it is here. Much drier.
You would die immediately.
But I know I'm safe.
I guess. I don't see
until you're dead.
Yeah, I don't see how you're safe or captured and tortured. Maybe. Apocalypse looks like it sucks.
What's the Green Lantern planet? Well, that Green Lantern planet gets attacked all the time.
Yeah, I'm about to say that fucking Oa. Yeah,
Oa always
nobody go to Apocalypse.
Yeah,
except for
except for Superman.
Yeah, and Superman ain't gonna do shit.
And he always goes there after Darkseid does some shit. Then he comes there.
Yeah.
Oh no, you can't. I was about to say go to Mars, but you can't breathe on Mars, and they're racist. So
the white Martians.
Yeah, they're racist against white Martians.
God damn. Well, to be fair, the one that white Martians eating motherfuckers though.
Yeah, the only one who wasn't was Martian Manhunter's niece.
Yeah, and the Green Martians were just as bad because they had some kind of like they were all crazy before they got hemmed up and they were made to fear fire.
Mm-hmm.
So white Martians eat each other.
I think some of them do. They're like the
more violent,
right? But not all of them are. But there are some, and that's why the green ones are kind of racist against them.
Yeah, I think it was when it was recently we found out about the Green Martian secret history or whatever.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
There's
I keep want to say Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, he they have some kind of weird thing where like it's almost like locusts where like after a while they were just evil or some shit like that. And I think it was the Guardians who came along and like did something to them and made them fear fire.
Those are whites.
The Green Martians. That's the reason why John and his people are scared of fire. But then here it goes. As race of shapeshifters, physical appearance has little meaning to Martians, and greens and whites are only separated by underlying psychological differences and philosophies, with the greens being more peaceful and the latter being more violent. In the current DC continuity, their preferred form is that of angular, hairless humanoids. Blah blah. It was eventually retconned that the Martian Manhunters or the white Martians and green Martians were part of the same race known as the Burning. This race used fire to reproduce asexually and were belligerent to all. The Guardians of the Universe, fearing the ruthless and violently powerful Martians, split the Martian race into two species, gave them an instinctive fear of fire to prevent either from accessing their full potential, and altered their power so neither could overcome the other.
Oh wow! Okay.
The time frame for this genetic tampering was given as 20,000 years ago, contemporary with the early life of Vandal Savage. JLA Series 2, number 86.
That's one thing I want to say that the Arrowverse kind of did okay was Vandal Savage. There's one of the crossovers, remember I was telling y'all about, there was like 3 or 4 of them, maybe more. But there's one where they go into the future. You know, Vandal Savage is a cave or Neanderthal that a meteor crashed and it was warm, so he slept by it, but it mutated him and he's basically immortal. And he just lived throughout time and rich or whatever and decided to become he was like
Genghis
Khan and Attila the Hun and all this shit, essentially.
Wasn't he originally Egyptian in the Arrowverse or some shit?
Or not in the Arrowverse, or maybe was he? I don't remember.
I want to say it was like Hathset or some shit like that.
It might have. I mean, the way he's essentially like Apocalypse. You know, just he's existed for so long. But I want to say they did him because there's a crossover where they go to the future, and it's like pretty much the whole world is a like Mad Max type world. And he's like the only person that's there, and he kind of helps them. So the person they picked, he was kind of a little guy compared to everybody, but he played the character really well. But I think Vandal Savage, they need to do more with him because I don't know if y'all watch Young Justice. He's good.
Yes.
Young Justice.
Yes, the light period is good.
Yeah, the light is
But-
really good. Yeah, when they was fucking with Kid Flash, that episode,
Yeah,
run that heart across the country, and Vandal Savage fucks with them just long enough.
I liked I didn't like their version of Clary and the Witch Boy.
This is Vandal Savage.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, the guy they picked was kind of like representation. Like he kind of looked like him, but I don't know much about Clarion other than that show. I do love Etrigan. I love Etrigan. I don't know why.
Bro.
AKA Vandar ADG possesses a unique physiology resulting from contact with a meteorite containing the Dionysium compound 50,000 years ago. His powers and
That's
abilities
my
include
favorite
rapid
version.
regeneration, resurrection from lethal injuries, toxic immunity, enhanced intellect and senses, superhuman strength, durability, speed, and stamina, along with various skills such as martial arts,
And
swordsmanship,
money.
military leadership, and occultism. His encounter with the meteorite also bestowed heightened survival instincts and multilingual abilities. Despite his formidable abilities, Savage has a weakness. The destruction of the meteorite turned into a giant Lazarus pit under Gotham City, limiting his powers to the vicinity of the city, with their potency diminishing as he travels further away.
I didn't know that.
Vandal Savage, aka
I didn't
Vandar ADG,
So is that
possesses a
the
unique
The
physiology.
origin of the Lazarus Pit? Is that Meteor?
That's
Oh,
apparently.
I did not know that. Okay. Look at that. Getting all the information you need in less than a minute.
I love it.
It's crazy, dude. 8 minutes too long.
I always watch those things about this show. You know, the entire everything, at least the first couple seasons, the background was black and they colored over it.
Yep.
It wasn't like a piece of white paper that they made black or whatever it was. It was a black paper and they painted over that. That's why every black looked so like the same and everything was consistent. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
In this version of Batman?
That version, yeah. I was like reading the history of that. This show specifically is it's crazy. Like this show shouldn't have worked, but talk about lightning in a bottle was
it changed animation.
Yes, it did.
Like forever.
It changed Batman. I think that's what made Batman one of the things that made Batman how popular he is today is that show and obviously the Michael Keaton. But I want to say this show more than that, just because it was so long. So
honestly, it was 85 Batman, and then Michael Keaton, and then this right here just shot him into the stratosphere.
That got people like our age into it. Is this?
Exactly.
Because I was really young for the Michael Keaton. Like I was old.
Yeah.
I saw it. It was probably in the 90s when I saw it. I'm sure it was on TV. But this is probably my intro into Batman, and then I went back and probably saw the Michael Keaton shit. But
around 4 o'clock in the afternoon is when I usually get home.
Oh, yep.
From school, and whenever I would actually like get home, I get off the bus like maybe 3:30 or some shit like that. And I remember I would stay with this lady up until my mom got off of work. And she would always have like, she would turn on like Fox or something like that, which is great because I didn't have cable at home for a long time. But when I did, I was trying to keep up with everything. And I remember I would go to her house first and wait for my mom, and she would cut on Fox, and immediately I would catch the last bit of Digimon or last bit of Dragon Ball Z, like next time on Dragon Ball Z. Damn. And then Digimon would come on. But by the time I got home, the Time Life 80s collection commercial was playing. And that's when I knew that that Batman the animated series was going to come on.
Because of that.
I remember being a kid before Toonami and shit like that. Back when Moltar was still doing Toonami. When they were advertising Batman the animated series.
Damn.
It was like a month lead up, and I remember seeing because one of the images was the Joker sitting on like a desk or something like that, but he was in the dark and there was like a light from like the lower left, but it was all like weird, like it was coming through blinds or whatever, and it was just on him and the light was moving and it zoomed in on his face, and then Mark Hamill did that little creepy fucking laugh, and I was smitten immediately. I had already read the Batman, like some Batman comics. I think I had like Shadow the Bat or whatever, but I remember those promos, and that's what made me want to do the shit. That's what made me want to fucking watch the shit.
Yeah, man, Show was something special right there.
And then the Batman Superman Adventures, bro.
Yes. Yep.
On WGN.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to power through all this shit. Suck down.
Cartoons and everything.
Know what to talk about with y'all. Y'all fucking nerds.
You didn't really watch this?
Today's episode, I want to talk to you guys about the Lazarus Pit.
Okay. So you didn't watch? I was asking, you didn't really watch the show?
I don't, I watched it, but I didn't get it. I don't know if I watched a whole bunch of it.
Oh, got you. This is my Saturday shit. I think it was Saturday at least.
Go. So the Lazarus Pit was really
I
first introduced when Rachel
enjoyed it when I did watch it. I know
to DC Comics, and Raish has been one of Batman's greatest arch enemies. I want to cover him definitely much more in depth
Raish?
as we get further
Raish
into
on
the channel.
Oh, Raish.
I
Okay.
want
Okay.
to talk to you guys about the Lazarus Pit in particular because it really is very intriguing in what it can do.
It always bothered me when somebody called him Ra's al Ghul.
Is this glowing green?
Yeah, you hear both. You kind of hear both, don't you?
Yeah.
You forget about that.
Glowing green, gooey substance that naturally occurs from the earth, and they're in these bubbling.
It wasn't
pits
until I was older
that
I
when
figured
someone
out like
takes a dip in them, they
why it
get
was kind of weird to say it like that.
they can
Is it Raish or Ra's?
It's Raish, but it's like Raish al Ghul, like racial Ghul, like.
Oh, okay.
Like, whoa.
Almost every time causes insanity.
So in the comics, the first
This
Lazarus
motherfucker
Pit was
dipped
actually
himself
discovered
hundreds of
as by
times.
Ra's al Ghul
Oh yeah.
before he was known as Ra's al Ghul, aka
Racial goals.
Now, one of the other interesting things
It's different every time he says it.
is
Yep.
created by two of my favorite Batman and DC comic authors and creators.
Hey, it's long-eared
Dennis
Batman.
O'Neil and Neil Adams.
I don't like long
For
ears.
those who
I
don't
like
know,
short
Neil
ears.
Adams is my favorite.
You like the Jim Lee Batman.
Yeah.
Maniculture, I see.
So, yeah, and long ears ain't welcome here.
Oh, y'all like short ears too?
No, I don't
It's my
like 'em.
favorite Batman.
Short ears. Yeah. All right. So another question: you like blue and gray, black and gray, all black? There's other ones I can't think of them. Yeah. What's your
The
favorite?
purple.
Yeah,
My
the purple.
favorite.
Yeah, this is a
My
purple.
favorite will always be the black and gray with the
Now, oh yeah, with the black tights or the all.
with or without the yellow.
Mhm,
I'm partial to the black and the gray just because that was my Batman growing up.
mhm.
But the first comic I think I read was Shadow of the Bat, and he was blue.
The blue and gray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah, just blue and gray Batman. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Shadow of the Bat and the Long Halloween.
I guess for me it depends on the version I'm watching because the blue and gray is probably my least favorite, but it depends on what it's in because it
Yeah.
fits with that. Yeah, it fits.
There
with
we
that.
go.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
Yeah, just blow that up like a little bit. Yeah.
They even got the Gotham by Gaslight Batman on here.
I don't like Gotham Gaslight, but I do like that
They
costume.
got Zurinar Batman too. They got Damian Batman, Thomas Batman.
Who's that skinny ass crackhead Batman right there?
Which one?
This guy right. This guy right.
Yeah, that one. I do like Thomas.
Tim Drake.
Thomas Wayne Batman's probably one of my favorites. Just
This is my favorite.
what's that one?
Azrael.
Oh, that's when he was.
Oh,
That's when Azrael was.
Jean
Back.
Paul. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so
Wayne's probably my favorite one as well.
Sinestro
why he got purple?
Yeah, well, he got the purple. Oh,
So
okay.
that's what you were saying: blue, black
Yeah.
and gray.
Black symbols. Which one do you
Nah,
like?
right next to the black and gray. That one.
This one.
Yep, that one right there.
I do like that. Is that the new 52 Batman? It looks kind of like it.
That looks like the Young Justice Batman. But I could
Oh,
be
yeah,
wrong.
that might be him too. Well, yeah, I guess that's kind of a new 52 as well. Was that Green Lantern Batman down there?
What
Yeah.
this guy got going on? Oh, this is the alternate dimension one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
No,
what
the alternate personality one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the ultimate evil Batman.
Look at this guy, slick.
Oh, that's Damian. I'll never forget seeing that flash forward in the comics,
Mhm.
bro.
Is that the one where he sells his soul or some shit?
We don't really get, at least in the comic I read, I don't remember if we get an explanation as to what he is.
Okay.
We just see him like it's a picture of him like above Gotham, like from the chest up.
Oh, I do like
This is
that.
one of my
That Batman
favorites.
yeah, me too. That Batman Beyond. It's so
Oh
simple.
man, look.
Like it's
What is
we need that on live.
Which
action.
Batman Beyond is this one?
That's Bruce.
That's Bruce in the back. Yeah, because in the
guy in the first episode. Yeah.
he's still in it. Yeah.
Well, I like how these all are not Bruce Wayne Batman. Okay.
Right.
I see what they did. Okay.
Yeah. And then there's all the live actions at the bottom.
Okay. I see New 52. Okay, the New 52 one is over here under
Right here?
over the Azrael Batman. Okay.
This one kind of slick too.
Yeah, I like that. I like the high collar on Batman's as well.
I'm
Did
not
y'all
going
ever
to
watch? Oh my god, what is that movie? It's basically a bunch of different stories, short like.
Oh, Gotham Knight.
That's it. Yeah, it is a bunch of different Batman stories. That is there's a lot of fire costumes. There's one in there where I can't remember the name of it, but Lucius Fox makes him essentially a bulletproof force field. And that Batman has like a high collar on him, and which is weird because he's like a blonde.
It's a comic.
No, it's a movie.
Yeah.
Or it's kind of like
it's called Batman Gotham Knight.
That's it. Okay. Is that the one where that Chinese Batman came from as well?
No, that's Batman Shanghai.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep, that second one. Or the third one, right? Sorry.
That third one. It's a bunch of like short movies. There's one really good one where he gets stabbed and he has to he's like in the sewer and he has to
yeah,
all his training to just survive because I forget who stabbed him, but yeah.
I like the one with where he confronts Gordon and Montoya in the fire.
Which one is that?
It's like the one of the first ones in the
in that thing. Okay.
Yeah. I like it because it's almost damn near anime-esque.
I'm just gonna I'll watch this one first.
Add that to the list.
Yeah.
We'll get you caught up, Saint. Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay, watch Shanghai Batman, Batman Ninja, Yakuza Batman.
Yeah, I need to watch that one.
Same. But going back to Places to Live in comics, Atlantis is, at least in DC, is a no for me. Now Atlantis in Marvel, I ain't mad at.
Who's over Atlantis in Marvel?
Who's Namor? Yeah, Namor. That, I don't know. The movie representation of that Atlantis was kind of shittier than the DC representation of it. Like, at least I know they're not mer people. They just kind of gain the ability to breathe underwater.
Yeah.
They're slow as shit underwater. Because you remember when in Black Panther 2 where they went down there and people would swim, but I need to be in an Atlantean if I'm out there. I need to swim fast. I can't be swimming regular speed underwater.
Nah, you're right, because they regular for real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't be having that.
I would say Wakanda and Marvel, but you can't get in.
Yeah. Yeah, not just everybody get in there.
Right. You gotta know somebody.
So listen to this shit. So I Google like safest place in DC Comics, and someone said Sioux Falls, South Dakota, just a guess. And then someone was like, "Good to know I live in safest city." And someone was like, "Why?" And he was like, "Have you ever read a story someone go crazy down there?" And then someone said, "If you're in Supernatural, then you're screwed."
Yeah. Supernatural. That's exactly what I was about to say. There's a lot of those Sioux Falls.
Well, shit. Okay. Just like everything's happening over here, like all these other countries, they're dealing with their own superheroes too, right? So their own destruction, and so you can't just say, "Oh, I'll go over to Japan," because then there's Godzilla.
Really?
The DC Japan, I would live in.
How about any country? Actually, any country outside of your main ones in those comic verses is probably safer. You can go to Japan and Marvel and DC because for the most part, you don't ever hear, unless it's a global event that's happening.
I don't know. Marvel's fighting. I mean, Godzilla's fighting the Avengers right now in the comics.
True.
So.
Yeah, that is true. And then you got Thanos.
Really?
Bullshit.
Yeah.
It's not the first time. Or Godzilla, he fought Superman in a comic.
Yeah.
He
been putting hands on everybody.
But I feel like Godzilla's like a naturally occurring feature in Japan anyway, so they would know how to deal with that.
He's like a hurricane. Like you get a little bit of heads up when he's
versus like Thanos or
Yeah, he just
fucking
comes out of a portal.
Darkseid
Like,
showing up. Like, yeah, fuck that. I'm living in Japan
there's
because
so
the
many.
motherfuckers that he fucks with don't live here. The
There's
worst
so
we have to deal with is
many
Dr. Light.
in Marvel movies that I can't get past. I don't know. It just irks me.
What?
The amount of knowledge that everybody has in the world about like Thanos and everything that the Avengers have dealt with,
Bro,
everybody
it-
knows about it. Like at the most part, you would the snap happens, right? You don't a regular person doesn't know what the fuck happens. They definitely don't know that Thanos did it. But in that world, everybody knows Thanos did the snap or whatever. And there's like, yeah, fuck Thanos. Like Thanos was on Earth, or at least he was in New York for 30 minutes at most, and that was when the Avengers was fighting him 30 minutes at most, and then he got snapped. Tony snapped him away, but everybody knows exactly what the fuck happened. There's no way the news reported that. They could have just been like, oh shit, some missiles hit Avengers compound, never mind, they're all gone. That's as far as anybody would know.
Can I get my soapbox real quick, yo?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Word. Thank you for speaking this out loud because this has been one of my gripes
I think about it every time I see a
for the
Marvel movie.
longest time, and it's once again hypocrisy because they talk all the time about how secret identities can't be a thing in the modern world. Bullshit, because y'all lie to each other all the fucking time and you don't know. Anyway, I'm not getting into that, but they talk about secret identities can't be a thing, but then they go and just tell everybody everything in these Marvel comic books. And the problem is that by itself is not bad if you want to be like open, have complete transparency, whatever. But you can't do that and also try and set up your world to have like political intrigue and shit like that. Like if they've destroyed any like credibility they could have for an actual like Marvel Civil War.
Oh yeah,
Because
they're not going to be able to do
common-
it the way they did it in the comics.
the common people know way too much. The real
Exactly.
reason why Civil War were in the comics is because nobody was really abreast of the situation.
Mhm,
Like the common people didn't know, but
mhm.
because they want to act like everybody knows everything in the Marvel Cinematic Universe because they don't think about the wider world in general. They just think about the superheroes. They just assume that all this is visible. Yeah, they all know is whatever common knowledge.
Right, like remember, I don't know if y'all saw the Hawkeye show, but he's like in a bathroom taking a piss. And he looks on the wall and it says Thanos was right. No
Yeah, that's
common person would know
crazy.
that. They don't know his plan. They didn't know what he was planning to do.
Yeah, and it's a bunch of talking points.
Right.
It's a bunch of talking points.
And you
But-
think about it, y'all haven't seen Civil War, but in Civil War,
Who?
the common
I'm
person,
gonna add that to the list. My
right?
list.
To the common person, so the whole plot of Civil War is what the Avengers who watches the Avengers essentially. It's like the Watchmen, who watches the Watchmen, whatever. So there's a registration, and the UN is petitioning to control the Avengers, send them where they need to go, and if they don't need to go, you can't go. You either sign this paper and you work with us, or if you don't sign this paper, you either retire, or if you want to continue working, you're a fugitive. That's the whole thing. Bucky does some shit. Bucky is Cap's guy, so he's like, I gotta go get him. To the common person, Captain America going to get and save Bucky, he would be labeled a terrorist, which he is essentially. If you think about like Spider-Man, he's essentially a terrorist after that. Like that's like a soldier here in America going to like, oh, Osama bin Laden's my friend. He didn't mean to do that, and that he wouldn't get him. That's the equivalent. I mean, I don't want to minimize what he did. I'm just saying, I'm just using that as an example, but that's what it would be. Like the common person knows way too fucking much.
Also,
at the most in that world, it'd just be a bunch of assholes on Reddit theorizing. They wouldn't know anything.
Exactly. Also, to that point, like not to get too into it, but like they hamstring themselves completely with using that cop out for Civil War because the Avengers were a small group of people, like, and they weren't that powerful. Like Thor and Iron Man and the Hulk were the worst part of that team, like the most horrible parts of that team because they can all of
Like
them can
damage
pick you
wise.
up. Yeah. They can like pick you up and throw you or like destroy like infrastructure and shit like that. And Tony is a whole security problem unto himself.
He
So
really-
like, but other than those three, like everybody else is just a person, and one of those can be just shot point blank.
Mhm. Yeah,
The rest of them
yeah.
are just the rest of them are just not a problem. Now you
Mhm.
got Spider-Man shit like that who all like came later on, but you got Ant-Man, you got fucking Rhodey who's already in the government's pocket anyway. So
Mhm.
it didn't make sense from a comic book fan seeing an adaptation. It was like this fight, I get what you're doing. You took stuff from the comics and tried to adapt it to the silver screen, but the problem is you missed the whole point of this.
Mhm.
Because it wasn't just the Avengers that were a problem; it was mutants too.
It was
Because
right. It was
the
everybody.
whole inciting incident is what pissed me off about that. Because it's like her fucking up or whatever. That was blown way the fuck out of proportion. I'm gonna just go ahead and say that. Like the
Oh, you know,
Wanda thing.
yeah.
Yeah, that was
You
blown.
know who she's supposed to be in that. So,
Speedball.
Okay. Sorry, I thought she was supposed to be the. No, I thought she's supposed to be the Spider-Man equivalent in that story.
No. She's supposed to be Speedball because remember the whole thing kicks off because that whole incident with the bus is staged.
Mhm.
Speedball ends up like blowing up or causing a bomb or whatever. And then when they blow up all the school children, they're like, okay, we gotta stop this shit now.
Right.
And that's when the whole mutant registration and like superhero registration, that whole thing kicks off. And then that's when people start picking sides because it like I think Spider-Man comes out publicly and then Mary
That's
Jane
on one of my favorite stories because I haven't read all of Civil War. Like I read a lot of it, but I read the follow-up Spider-Man stuff after that. So saying if you don't know, so it the whole in Civil War in the comics is a registration to basically if you want a superhero, you got to reveal your identity. Which in the comics, I can't remember.
Because doesn't Iron Man support that?
Right.
Yeah, Iron Man supports Cap
is against it. And one of the deciding factors is Spider-Man because he's so known. Everybody knows him. Everybody like loves him, and he's pretty much the make or break vote. He's the swing vote, or I guess.
Tony convinces them to
Right. Tony convinces him like reveal your identity and you're on my side, which he does. And
it goes bad.
It goes terrible for him. Like it goes so bad that he and this is what I read the follow-up after that. He ends up it like ruins his fucking life. Everybody goes after everybody he loves. I think Aunt May, I don't know if she gets killed. Somebody throws a fucking Jeep into her.
Yes, that was I want to say that was Green Goblin.
It might have been
yeah.
Green Goblin, or I think it was Green Goblin. Someone throws a Jeep in her fucking apartment. She almost dies, and no, it was Kingpin. He
Oh yeah, because he goes to prison.
Right, he finds out Kingpin's behind it, and he does. It was probably one of my favorite comics.
Oh my god!
He goes into this prison. He's not Venom, but he still has the black symbiote costume. It's not a symbiote; it's just a black costume.
I think I might have seen this panel because he beats the shit out of him.
Yes, he goes into this prison. He takes the top part of it off, so he's just a shirtless Spider-Man. He finds Kingpin and he beats the shit out of Kingpin in front of everybody in this prison. Which
like slapping him.
Yeah, and this that's the whole thing in prison is just your cred or whatever. He beats the shit out of him because he finds out that's who threw that, or he was responsible for hurting Aunt May. And this whole thing he ends up making a deal with Mephistos, who is essentially the devil in that universe.
Yeah.
And this is kind of what No Way Home was kind of loosely based off of. He makes a deal with Mephistos to have everybody forget his identity or who he is Peter Parker. And look for Back in Black. Spider-Man Back in Black. Like he beats the shit out of Kingpin. And that's when Kingpin is like, oh.
When I say slap, I mean open hand slap.
And he's like, because Kingpin is strong. He's not fat. He's like a hippo. He's big, but underneath all that shit is muscle.
Well, he's got 3% body fat.
Right, exactly. He's like a sumo wrestler, essentially.
Yeah. All that shit is like it's a
and
wall.
He realized Spider-Man has been holding back this whole fucking time. Yeah, there it is, where he's got him yoked up by his fucking shirt in the middle of the page.
By his skin.
Oh, that's the skin, isn't it? Yep, there it is. Yep. he goes crazy on Kingpin. That's like one of my favorite books.
Yeah, he
I
puts
definitely have to read
paws.
that.
to
I
his
never
ass.
knew this.
Yeah,
I have
Yeah.
seen this panel where I didn't know the context, but I have seen him be.
yeah. So he does this, and he's like, I think something like in order to save Aunt May, he makes a deal with Mephistos, but it's kind of like Mephistos essentially the devil, so it was a monkey paw deal. He's like,
Yeah.
I want everybody to forget my identity, but they just forget him. Like everybody forgets him, who he is, or his, like Mary Jane, and everybody forgets who he is. So it's a really good book. Really good book.
I might add that to my list.
Yeah.
I got so many fucking books to
Sorry.
read, man.
But-
Golly.
But to get back to the soapbox real quick, that was one of my biggest gripes with Civil War. Is like they butchered the lead up by engineering an overreaction to a character doing like
her,
weird kind of fuck up.
You talking about Scarlet Witch?
Yeah,
Gotcha. Okay.
and it,
Yeah, I
it
guess that is an overreaction. Now that you think about it, like she was saving people but hurt people. It was essentially collateral damage, and the whole fucking UN is like, yeah, we need to rein them in. Like, God, dog, the UN
Or the No More
Yeah.
Mutants.
well, not normally just the Avengers, and for a small group at that. Like it's not like they're like 30 people.
right,
They're like less than 20 motherfuckers, and you can shoot most of them.
right.
Like that's
outside
what
of
I'm
her,
saying.
you just shoot everybody else. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, obviously they can't kill Thor and the Hulk.
Right, but they're not
And,
there.
like,
They're not there in
yeah.
that movie.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what are you talking about? Like, why?
That is a really overacting. But they try to justify it with the other events, like
Yeah, the
Loki.
Bucky thing and whatnot.
Yeah, the Loki and
Oh yeah,
Cap 2. Yeah, which is crazy. Is neither one of them were their fault. They were
exactly.
reacting to it. But
Meanwhile, we have what
the
was that
government
project?
is responsible for for Cap 2 because Hydra has been embedded in the government for 100 years essentially. So that can't be the Avengers' fault.
They're responsible.
No, that's
for-
always been the case. That like they always thought they got rid of Hydra, and
Yeah.
they actually just infiltrated the government.
Exactly. Yep. Then it started with World War II with Nazis essentially, and it just kind of and that kind of spawned from Nazis and Red Skull and all that, and just became Hydra, and they just embedded their people into everything. And then Cat 2, I think I haven't read it in the comics, but I'm pretty sure it's more elaborate in the comics. But the movie, I think, did a really good job of wrapping that up. And y'all didn't watch I don't know if y'all watched Agents of the Shield, but that Agents of the Shield, the first season it's not the best, but they were pretty much in line with the movies the Marvel movies as they were coming out. So when Winter Soldier came out, and Hydra, that comes out or whatever,
The Hydra's a part of everything,
right? But you see it from their side, so you essentially think of a regular soldier dealing with Hydra. That's what Agents of Shield is, and that show got really good at that point because it's just one of the people that had been on the team from the very beginning of the show. He turns out to be Hydra, and it's like, and he was like one of the best agents on the team, and he turns out to be Hydra. He straight up shoots somebody in the head, like a good guy in the head, and they're like, oh shit! And the show, that show just got 100% better at that point. Like before, it was kind of a procedural bad guy of the week type shit, but when that happened, it just got 100%.
7 seasons.
Yeah, it went for a little one character, Coulson in the Avengers, for him to be spun off and have a 7-season show.
He's good. He's good in that show.
Everybody in that show is cast really well. They're all no names essentially, except for
Ming-Na Wen.
Ming-Na Wen. Well, I mean, they didn't exist before the show, except for one character. Her name was Quake, but you don't. That's not her. But that's not her name for half the seasons. They reveal it, so they bring in. So this is my nerd shit. So
is Maria Hill in it?
Yes, she is briefly.
God.
The first season, they're not in it they're not in it a lot. They just do cameos. Even Sam Jackson makes a cameo at the end of the first season. He makes a cameo. Maria Hill makes a couple cameos. Sif makes a cameo. She makes two actually.
Talking about Tessa?
That's right. She
No,
was Chun Li
Lady
in
Sif
Street Fighter.
in Thor. She is the in
Lady
Lady Sif. Yeah, I can't remember the actress who plays her, but yeah. So here's my nerd shit. So Marvel didn't own X-Men, and they didn't own the word mutant either. So
It was Fox, right?
right, Fox owned X-Men. They owned the TV and movie rights to X-Men. They didn't own the comics rights. So when the movies were kind of popping off, I think First Class maybe came out around this time, so that was kind of popping off. So they wanted an equivalent to kind of compete with that. So Marvel has the Inhumans, and they're kind of your knockoff X-Men, but they're not as. I think they were kind of more popular at the time, but they weren't as popular as the X-Men. So they tried to introduce the Inhumans into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and a really popular Inhuman is named Quake. So I don't know if they initially meant for her to be Quake eventually, but they brought in a character. Her name was Skye for like 3 or 4 seasons. And then they brought into the Inhumans, and that she finds out that she is an Inhuman, and something happens and it activates her powers. She's got like really cool powers. It's like vibrations. You can control like vibrations type thing. Yeah. So she like once.
Did you play Marvel Rise of the Imperfects?
No, but I think I watched videos on it, so I'm kind of aware because that came out around
in that game.
She is okay. I think I watched some video of that. So she comes in because I think in the comics she becomes like the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. at some point too.
I think so.
But yes, they bring her in, and that show did a lot of legwork for it to be just a little spin-off ABC show. And I think I sent y'all this clip a while ago. The Ghost Rider season, it's like the way they did it was, which I really like. They would break the seasons into chunks, different type, like mini stories. So they brought in LMDs, which is a big thing in the comics, like life model decoy, so robot like people. That's a big, like, it's essentially the Skrulls. You don't know who's an LMD, like you don't know who's a Skrull. So there's a season dedicated to the LMDs. They did a Ghost Rider season. They did a
that's because the guy, it's the one with the car, right?
Yeah, that's the Ghost Rider with the car.
Miguel?
No,
Danny
Reyes, I think this is
Danny Reyes.
Yeah, and I would say for it to be TV, like he's not. It looked expensive. They
My
put
bad, y'all. That was Fault Zone. I remember her name was Fault Zone. She had Quake-like powers, but it was different. In Marvel Rise of the Imperfects.
Gotcha. Okay. But yeah, that show did a lot of fucking legwork, and they did like I'm saying when they did Hydra, like there's a whole season dedicated to Hydra. I was like, all right, this show's pretty good.
What season was Ghost Rider? One of the later ones.
Did he have his own show?
Say it again.
Did he have his own show?
No. Nah. They needed to, like, I think they need to bring like the guy who played him, because he's in Last of Us. He's Joel's brother. It's the same dude.
Yeah.
Diego Luna. He was the Ghost Rider in that. So they did that, and I was like, they need to bring these into the movies, because these characters, at least Coulson and Ming-Na Wen, at least bring them in, because everybody is cast well, and I think they still continue in the comics. I think they're in the comics, but yeah.
Hey Saint, before I say something crazy, do me a favor. Look up Colby Smulders on IMDb and see what she's been in.
She was in How You Met Your Mother.
No, I'm talking about like recently.
Oh, she was an Asian.
What's her last name? Colby what?
Smulders. Also, I am a huge simp for Maria Hill. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's Robin from How I Met Your Mother. Yeah.
Yeah. You talking about the character of Maria Hill?
Yeah, like Colby Smulders' version of Maria Hill. I love her. I love her.
Yeah, she plays the shit out of that role in those movies. She does really well. She was in Walking Tall.
Yeah, I was.
Who was she in Walking Tall?
Isn't she a nurse or something in Walking Tall?
I don't know.
Exotic Beauty. Wow.
That must have been
Yeah.
before How I Met Your Mother.
What was that? 2004 was an early role.
Yeah.
Damn, she been in a lot of stuff.
Mm.
She's like the only one from that show that's acting.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying, bro. Okay, I was gonna say like, what else she doing? Because I would really just like her to be in Shield.
She needs like they need to be in more movies. Doesn't she become director for a minute too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's see what she got coming up.
Probably Avengers Doomsday.
Is that film?
I need Jennifer Connelly to come back too.
Isn't she? Oh
She
yeah, she was.
Betsy Ross.
Yeah, she was briefly in
The whole What was that? Eric Bana? Yeah, that was Eric Bana.
No, it was the other one.
Was it?
No, Eric Bana was. I forgot who
Was that. Liv Tyler?
Oh no, I'm. You're right. I'm confusing the two. I forgot.
That dude's Red Hole starter.
Yeah. She was the later one. Not Kobe Smolder. Jennifer Connelly was the
Eric Bana one.
Yeah, Eric Bana.
And Liv Tyler was the Edward Norton one.
Yep, Ed Norton.
That's it. Yeah.
Which is crazy because she plays Betsy Ross, who is like Bruce Banner's fucking girlfriend / wife, whatever. But she's married to Vision in real life.
Oh, the dude who plays him?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't know that.
That's the same guy that was from that Legion movie with the Angels.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Paul Bettany.
And
he was in a bunch of random shit back in the day. Remember First Night? Remember he was in that?
He was also Chaucer.
Oh, that's right. And not Tight's Tale, my favorite movie, one of my favorite movies.
What? Wait a minute. Are you serious?
Yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah, I kind of like
Man
that.
Really can't change the stars.
What happened to that girl?
Oh my God.
That girl was in everything back in the day.
Who?
The girl that's in First Night that he liked.
Oh my.
Yeah, her. Yep. Is that her?
No,
that's not her, is it? Yeah, she was in. Was she in like a bunch of those rom-com teen?
Wait, what's First Night?
With Heath Ledger.
First Night?
No, that's A Knight's Tale.
Oh, that's Knight's Tale. What am I thinking? What's First Night then?
First Night is
Is that a Lawrence?
is that Martin Lawrence or the kid one?
So, what's the Heath Ledger one? That's Knight's Tale.
Yeah.
Knight's Tale.
Okay, I do like that movie though. Well, what movie are you talking about, Saint? Is your favorite?
A Knight's Tale.
Okay, yeah, we're talking about the same movie then. Yeah, I like that movie.
I didn't know. That's one of my top 5 movies, dude.
That sounds really good. Everybody's in there. The fucking
Bro,
King.
motherfucking Robert Baratheon's in this shit.
Yeah. Fucking the guy from Firefly.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he is in that. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Oh shit, what is he in?
Paul Bettany. Yep. He was the dude they found. He was like the bard when he's singing all the fucking time.
Yeah, he was naked.
Yeah, he was naked. Yep.
Oh, Rufus Sewell was the bad guy.
He looks like a bad guy. He's
Where
like
I know him from.
Nicholson. He plays a bad guy.
He was in Zorro. I still gotta watch that version of Hercules.
Which one?
With
The Rock.
The Rock.
My favorite one was the one that came on Sci-Fi Channel. The not the obviously Kevin Sorbo is one of my favorites, but there was like a 2-part series.
Nice Tale. Maybe it is. He was younger.
Did you ever see it?
20-some years ago.
Rico?
What's that?
It was a Hercules adaptation, but it was like a 2-parter, and it showed basically the birth of Hercules to they never show, which is like the murder of his daughters and shit. Yeah, like when fucking Megara poisons his ass and shit and makes him go crazy.
No, who was in it? Who was Hercules?
It was some like European actor.
Gotcha. New York with Arnold Schwarzenegger with it.
No. That fucking.
You said a Hercules 2-part movie?
Yeah.
2-part miniseries, Hercules.
Yep. because it's got Lily Sobieski in it. I remember that part.
Oh, wow.
She
Yeah,
played-
forever.
I believe she plays.
Damn.
Yep. Boom. That one. Paul Tefler. Is he European or is he American?
Oh yeah, potato dude in there too.
Yep.
Samwise Gamgee. Disrespect Sam.
Tiggs from Son of Anarchy. I don't know. Damn, what's he got going on?
I don't know.
Hey, I ain't seen Tig in nothing in a while.
Half
But
man.
yeah, we need to watch this, like as a group.
Oh, yeah, that's why it's on 2 episodes.
Corny, or is it like they take it seriously?
No, they take it fucking serious. Like,
Oh,
it's
okay, gotcha.
no. It's
Okay,
like I said,
I will
it showed up
acquire.
on- it showed up on Sci-Fi Channel. So like you know how Sci-Fi Channel, either they do it hokey or they do it, balls to the wall.
It was one of the. It was. You know what? With the Sci-Fi Channel, like it was either one or the other. Like it was just really cheesy. They needed to get some out, or it was fucking.
Or they believed in that shit. Yeah.
Right. Yep. So yeah, you're getting one or the other inside.
You know what? That also might. I spent a significant part of my childhood watching Sci-Fi Channel, and that might be the problem I have with media because I just want them to commit.
So if they do something shitty, at least commit to that shitty.
Yeah, and if
Sci-Fi believe what they was doing.
if you're doing fantasy, then believe you're doing fantasy. If you're doing a fucking crime drama, believe you're doing crime drama. Like, and stop doing things that take the viewers out of that. Because that you can ask Saint about this. Saint has watched me watch movies, and the stupid shit will literally just kick. It's like a hypnic jerk. It'll just kick me out of it. I'm cruising along, enjoying the shit, and then some dumb shit happens. Like, oh fuck, this is real life again. Shit.
Your immersion is broken.
Yes. Literally, that's all I want. I am willing to be a participant in your fantasy. Just fucking keep your eyes on the road and drive and keep 10 and 2, baby. 10 and 2.
You know they're doing I think either filming it or about to start. It's doing a Buffy reboot. Or
Buffy?
I won't say reboot. I think a continuation.
Yeah, because I think she's trained the new one.
Right.
All right.
She's supposed to be training the new Slayer, which I thought.
I mean, I was wondering when David Boreanaz got a job.
I know you two are part of the Weediverse, so let's hear it.
I never watched Buffy.
I never watched Buffy. I watched Angel.
I never watched these. I take that back. I've seen episodes of each. Like the big, because when she died, that was like the biggest fucking thing on TV at the time. So
yeah,
but I wasn't a continuous watcher. Like I respect, I don't respect him obviously because he's a fucking fiend, but I respect like the show and they're out of shit to do. So, but is it gonna be good? I don't know. Like I think she's more in a mentor role, which is fine. But I thought a Slayer had to die for a new Slayer to come up.
Well, if she comes back, or if she like somehow gets revived, then that fulfills the concept.
That happened in the show. She died
and came back a few times.
Yeah, like a few times, because that's where rest in peace. What's her name? Michelle Trachtenberg was her sister or something.
Oh, that's okay. I remember.
Yeah, so she actually, I probably remember, actually sounds like I remember more of it than I think I do. So Buffy died for like a like a split second, which was enough to activate a new Slayer, which I think was like her sister or half sister, which was Michelle Trachtenberg. Yeah, Dawn. Yeah, I think it was Dawn. And so there was essentially two Slayers at one point. And I just remember the end. It's funny because I remember the end of Buffy and the end of Angel, but I don't remember anything else before them. So they did some kind of weird spell, which essentially every woman has the ability, or not every woman, but there's women out there that have the ability to become a Slayer. Like they have the gene or whatever it is. And it's like, one has to die for that gene to be activated. So they do some kind of spell which activates all these Slayers because it's like a bunch of vampires and demons and shit. So it's like all these Slayers and all these demons and shit. And it's just everybody kind of runs together. And I think the show ends, and Angel kind of ends that way too. It's like all the people in Angel like I don't know if you remember, like it's a bunch of the whole team, and then you look in the distance like dragons and shit, and they just kind of run towards it, but you don't see what happens. The show ends.
Angels. So I enjoy Angel. I missed out on Buffy, so that's the reason why I focus on watching Angel. But Angel got fucking batshit fucking crazy so fucking fast. So it started out. It started out as Angel, he a vampire with the soul. He wants to redeem himself, so he's saving people. The first season is pretty fucking nice. He has a friend who has visions, and then Cornelius, the one of the stuck up girls from Buffy, she's there too. And then she gets the one dude's powers, is blah blah blah. But then it's just supernatural shit, and also at the same time, he's battling this fucking evil corporation.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, this evil corporation. One son and son. It's like Wolf Ram, and something like that. Wolfram Heart or some shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Wolfram Heart, yeah. But so this story is so fucking. So Angel, he's battling against his corporation because his corporation is all about into occult shit and stuff like that or whatever. He fucking is getting all kinds of fucking shit into shit with them. This motherfuckers they end up transporting this motherfucker to an alternate universe, dimension or whatever, where they have a corporate office in this alternate universe. And that's another thing. Wolfram Heart is a multi-dimensional company. They have branches in multi-dimensions, multiple dimensions.
Holy
yeah, dude. So listen. So they send fucking Angel to this like fucking medieval magic town. He saved some girl that got sent there randomly by her professor because he was jealous of how smart she was. They come back, and somehow by the end of the season, one of the seasons, Angel is CEO of one of the branches of Wolfram and Hart. What? So now he's using his resources in order to undo certain things from Wolfram and Hart because now he owns it. He owns the Earth branch, the Earth dimensions.
I did not know that show was that crazy. I thought it was just regular.
Then it got crazy. It ended with the fucking dragons and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I remember seeing. Like
they also get like a hotel that they work out of for a little bit. That's weird.
Wow. Okay. Doesn't like somebody have like hook up with his son, and it turns out like that's like the Antichrist or some shit too? Or am I thinking something?
No, I remember something vaguely about an Angel's son.
Like somebody on the team like has like hooks up with his son, which his son, I don't think he's a teenager, but he's still kind of young. It's weird. Yeah. That I did not know that show was that fucking wild. Yeah, I wonder if he'll show up in the Buffy reboot.
Connor.
That's his son?
Yeah.
Okay. So is his son a vampire?
His son was born for human and half demon son, a vampire, the demon vampire Angel and Darla.
Got you. So was this? So is Spike from Buffy or Angel?
Both.
Buffy.
Oh,
she's originally from Buffy, and they all went over. And that was weird because then she date Spike for a little bit.
I thought she did. Yeah. Wow, I miss those campy '90s shows.
So aren't Buffy, Angel, and Charmed all in the same universe?
Ooh, I don't know about Charmed. I know Buffy and Angel, they definitely are. I didn't know Charmed was. I mean, I can see it fitting though.
I'm pretty sure they're all part of the same universe.
Yeah.
Because they all have the same production.
Right. Shit, I would say any show that was on at that time was in the same universe. With those Smallville in there, they were in the same universe.
Well, nah. Go that far now.
Well, I'll say Supernatural will fit in that universe.
Oh, most definitely.
They would be trying to kill everybody.
Supernatural was based off of that shit, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
What is
Gina Torres? Like me some Gina
Torres. That's Angel's granddaughter.
Man, when I tell you, did you know she voices Superwoman?
Yeah, in
alternate Earth, the Crisis on
Crisis on it's one of those movies. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Lord.
You know, I never watched Firefly, but I watched Serenity, one of my favorite movies.
Yep.
And I tried to watch Firefly. I couldn't get into it for whatever reason. But yeah, I like me some Gina Torres.
Man.
So wait,
Serenity is the movie.
Serenity dealt with the
River.
Reaper.
River. Wait, what are you talking?
Wait, what were they were called? Reapers?
Oh, the Reapers. Yeah, the Reapers.
Yeah,
are
they dealt with the origin of the Reapers, right?
Yes.
Okay,
That's
okay.
Are the Reapers in the show? I never watched.
Yeah, they are, but they're not like oh, we got to stay away from Reapers, and they get attacked like maybe once or twice. By Reapers.
Okay. In this movie, they say when anybody says the word Reapers, everybody's like, "Oh shit, we gotta go." It's like we gotta fucking go, and they are vicious in that movie. That's
so what
like
happened? What's with the Reapers? What's going on?
Okay,
so,
yeah, go ahead.
Do you know anything about the Firefly?
Not really.
So
Okay.
think of it like a Star Wars.
It was like Josh Whedon's first attempt at something.
I know it's kind of a Western a little bit.
Yeah, think of
like a space western.
Space western, exactly what it is. But there is this. I don't know what you call them. I don't know if you call them a group of people. It's these just people that are horribly mutated, like face ripped off, no teeth. They literally, they're the YNs of the universe. If they are in your vicinity, they are ransacking your ship,
doing everything to you.
They're not killing you right away. They are doing nefarious things to you.
Including that, as well as eating you,
as
well as mutilating you to look just like them.
Mm-hmm. It's to the point, and they don't show it. It's not that kind of show, but the way that people react when they even hear that these Reapers are, and they all have spaceships, and they look like just hoopies running around. They're all smoking shit,
and all banded together from parts of other shit that other ships.
And they are just they don't stop it. It's a bunch of them.
It sounds like no, I'm not gonna say that.
What?
I would be there. It sounds like somebody found the orcs in Warhammer.
It might be. I don't know much about orcs, but yeah, these things are.
Serenity? You find out that all of the Reapers are basically like this colony on this one planet that they were testing this one thing for this company.
Yeah,
and it got released, and it turned everyone into Reapers. And
what happened? So in that world, they're terraforming worlds, right? And there's this one world before they perfected the whole operation of terraforming. They were doing this test on this planet where they were trying to introduce a gas into the ACs, I guess, that make oxygen that relax people. And essentially, they were trying to weed out aggression. And what happened? Two things happened on this world. That gas, it weeded out aggression to the point where people no longer did anything. They didn't eat. They didn't take care of they didn't take showers. They didn't have sex. They didn't do anything. They just sat there. And so when Serenity Crew, so what kind of kicks off everything is they have there's two people they bring on board is a brother and a sister. The sister has had tests done on her. She's a natural psychic, and they've done tests on her. And one of the tests had a bunch of generals in the room. And since she's a psychic, she gleaned some shit she wasn't supposed to. She didn't know she knew it. Something triggers her, and this memory of the word Miranda pops in her head. Everybody's thinking it's a person. They're like, what the fuck is Miranda? That's the name of that planet that the Empire, I don't know what you call it. I forget what you call them in that universe, tried to hide. But it's like this whole secret, and they tried to it's not even on charts. This planet doesn't exist, whatever.
Right.
So she gleaned it from this general that knew it. And so the Serenity Crew gets her. They find out that this planet exists, but the planet in between where they are and this planet is what called Reaper space. It's just these fucking YN people they just hover out there and wait for somebody to get water in the wrong neighborhood. And they're so damn ghetto, they got these grappling hooks on their ship. So if you fly in there, they grappling hook your ship and just pull that bitch apart. And if you survive, they go in there and get you and do things to you. So the Serenity Crew,
that's cool as fuck.
Yeah, and they're smart. What they do is they disguise. Something happens, and one of the
they also do like emergency beacons, so people
they
get close.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's slick. Okay.
Yes, you think like, oh, I'm gonna go save these people. Here they come. And so the Serenity crew, so when they do, they're essentially outlaws. They do heists or whatever. So after they do a heist, they always kind of go to a safe haven. They got a few of them out there. They go to one of their safe havens, and pretty much the government that's trying to find this girl has just wiped out this town that they go to, and they didn't know they were going to be there. They just kind of wiped out all of their safe havens and whatever. So
Yeah.
Serenity's like, we need to find out this fucking secret, because if it's important enough for them to do this, then we need to find out what the hell is going on. So they take the bodies of their friends and just put them all over their ship, and they cover their ship with red paint and make it look like blood, and they just cruise through this. It's really smart.
Cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. And they cruise right through this Reaper space, and they get to this planet, and they find out
Damn.
all the reports say that terraforming failed on this planet. So they get there, air is breathable, the atmosphere is perfect, and there's buildings and colonies everywhere. But in every one of these buildings, you just see not even skeletons. So I guess whatever happened, every building was hermetically sealed. So you see, they're not decomposed. It's kind of like a mummy. It's not quite.
Yeah, it's
quite
desiccated.
Yeah, it's like preserves. But the doctor that's on the crew, he's like, no one's here. They didn't bend over in pain. They just laid there until they died. That's essentially what happened. So the gas pretty much took all want for food, all take a shower, all those things that people do. They just sat there and died. But a percentage of people, the gas had the opposite effect. It turned aggression up to 1,000%, and that's what the Reapers come from. And that's why the Reapers trying to hide this secret, because
they
the
created
Reapers,
the motherfuckers.
yeah, and it's like the whole galaxy are afraid of the Reapers. And if the government, if people find out, oh, y'all created this shit, because they're like, the government's kind of like the empire or whatever. Like, you with us, you chill with us, you have a good life. If you ain't with us, we're gonna kill you or whatever. So if this secret goes out, so they find this one recording that this lady, like, she was locked in a room. Reapers are trying to get in the room, and she had enough time to record this, say, this is what happened. This gas did this. We pretty much created the Reapers. And like at the end of the video, the Reapers get in and they're fucking her up. And so they're like, we need to get this recording out. So they get the recording, but they got to go back through that Reaper space. But at the same time, the government knows that they're coming back through that way. And what they do is actually kind of smart. Like, they're cruising through. They said, fuck it. They shoot one of the Reaper ships, and the Reapers like chase them. And so they bring the Reapers into the government, and it's just an all-out fight. And they just kind of slip through while everybody's fighting. That's probably pretty much told you the whole fucking movie, but it's still like, I watched this not knowing anything about Firefly, and I don't know how much of that movie,
I watched the show. The story concept super accurate. It's so basically what Serenity was is, Firefly got one season, then it got canceled, but then it got like a super fucking huge cult following, and people wanted more. So they gave him enough to create Serenity to close it out.
And these were the brown girls, right?
So it wasn't like a
it was to close the story out.
Oh, okay. That's, well, other than him, that's cool. Okay. Gotcha. It's a good movie. Like, it came out, what, like 2003 or some shit?
5, yeah. So 20 years ago. Golly.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that movie was. I saw that shit in the theaters. I just went on a whim because I didn't know anything about Firefly. And that's what put fucking Nathan Fillion on the map.
Man. He went from that to singing in the little tunes, and he was Castle, and then now the Rookie. And now he's fucking is Green Lantern.
That, he was voicing Green Lantern.
Yeah,
and now he's Green Lantern in the new movie.
A lot of voices. A lot of the New 52 movies, he's the voice of Green Lantern, because everybody's always wanted him to be Hal.
Yes, bro. Yes.
Yeah, he's kept getting older.
Yeah, they wanted him to do two things. They wanted him as a live action Nathan Drake. But he aged out of it, and Green Lantern, which I'm glad he's finally getting his due with that, because he's like one of them nerd people. Everybody loves him, and far as I know, he ain't piece of shit behind the scenes, but
Yeah.
I mean, his show keep getting seasons, so he's
Right.
doing something right.
exactly. Did you see the little fan film he did for Nathan Drake a few years ago?
No.
So you know the Uncharted movie was like 15 years of production hell. So it was supposed to be him, and then Mark Wahlberg was attached to be Nathan Drake, but he aged out of it too, which I'm kind of glad, even
Yeah.
though he was in the one they made. But before that movie came out, I don't know who did it, but there was a fan film of Nathan Fillion. And remember in the first Avatar, the general with the scar on his head?
Yes.
He was Sully. And I was like, oh shit. It was a perfect, like a little quick
Yo.
movie. You can probably find it on YouTube.
That's cool as shit.
Yeah, I was like, man, I wish he didn't age out of that shit because he would have been perfect.
I also love the Thomas Jane fan film they did.
Oh, the Punisher one?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dirty Laundry or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Everybody like tries to shit on Thomas Jane
I
for
like
being
that.
too
I like
small
that
for the
movie.
Punisher.
I like that.
Like that is the only bit of comic inaccuracy I'll allow.
His
Like,
size.
yeah, he was
He wasn't
good
as
with that role.
brutal as Punisher can be, but
No.
I still like the movie.
The biggest thing that he suffered from was right. Oh,
What?
I'm old.
We older than you.
Got a
so-
cramp in my foot.
That is some old shit. Just shit just hurt for no reason.
But sorry.
40.
Start making weird noises.
Yeah,
But one of the biggest things he suffered from was writing, pure and simple. Like if he'd had better writers on that movie, and even then he still portrayed a mean Punisher. Like even if he wasn't as brutal, he was like iron to his core.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I
that.
haven't seen the Punisher Warzone, but they said that's probably one of the most accurate.
That's
Punisher.
what I've heard everybody say. Ray Stevenson.
Yeah, Ray
rest in peace.
Stevenson. Yeah, they said that was probably one of the most accurate Punishers. It didn't do well, but I heard it was like
it was accurate.
Okay. So he blew a bunch of shit up in that movie, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he killed the famous thing is those dudes parkoured over that roof and he shot one out the air with a rocket, a heat-seeking rocket.
Yep. We need to watch that for sure. I have not watched that one.
Me either.
Oh yeah, we'll put that on the list.
Oh shit.
And then we can
What you doing tomorrow, Rico?
Yeah, man.
Same thing I'm doing right now.
All right, we'll watch it tomorrow now.
I was about to say we behind a lot of stuff.
And then we'll get back on finding out what, because I think we might have to do a part 2 of Places to Live, because there's so many fucking different ones, man. But tomorrow we should watch The Punisher.
I was say we can do Places to Live.
I'm down with that.
Something else, like a funny topic like that, and I can't think. I had one, and I had to remember. If I remember it all, I'm pretty sure I'll put it in. Yeah.
Shit. I don't keep it too long. That way, the thing will generate the clips if it's under 2 hours.
Gotcha.
All right, so just real quick, just for this episode, I'm sticking with chilling with Dr. Doom. I'll swear, I'll bend the knee, swear fealty.
So that's what your definitive.
I'm gonna leave the episode with that. I'm gonna chill there. I don't think. Yeah.
Well, we know what Wonder is. He's in Gotham in his $320 apartment.
Yes, sir.
But you walk in, and he got a fucking 110-inch on the wall.
Uh-huh.
You know what it is? Remember in Coming to America where he had the hot tub?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. He was like, yeah. He said, my apartment 320. I was like, yeah, man, but fucking there's bullet holes everywhere. But that's exactly what I was thinking. You walk into that motherfucker, just like Come to America. He got a jacuzzi over here. This whole wall of fucking shit or whatever.
That is Wonder to the T. What did I say? Central City. I said Central City. I'm gonna go there. Well, hey, Wonder, you gonna have to come see us though. We ain't come to see.
Yeah, you come visit. Look, you got enough money that you
I was about to say, I'll be rolling in the shit, bro. Like, I'm good.
Exactly. You can take.
You know what? You know what's crazy? I could probably get a work visa.
For what?
Work in Latveria.
Yeah, look, I'll small see.
Oh yeah, I forgot he's in Latveria. Oh shit, you might be expensive to come see.
I plan to come Central City because I'd be safe there.
Yeah, Wonder might die coming to see us. Just as soon as he walk out his place.
As long as I don't fly.
No, he said he gonna leave it. He gonna leave in the daytime. He'll do everything in the daytime.
As long as I don't fly, I'll be good. If I drive, yeah, I'm good.
And he gonna have the money to get one of those purge doors on his apartment, on his house
if
or whatever.
You think I ain't gonna have a fucking bunker, bro?
Purge proof.
You gonna have a thick ass door, like, and you got that slot that you can slide the gun in. Who is it?
Yep, exactly. You ain't gonna see the gun hole. You're gonna see the eye hole.
Right, the eye hole with the gun in there pointing at your stomach.
Oh,
that's funny.
It's not even it's actually a hole there, but it's covered by a piece of plastic that I can remove it and replace this shit real easy.
I feel like your place wouldn't have internet though.
Huh?
Yeah, I feel like your place wouldn't have internet.
Oh, it definitely would. If Oracle can do that shit, I can do that shit.
There is no Comcast or AT&T coming to your place.
I also think about like this. As
you
much
forget
as
about
they
Wayne
fucking
Tech
around shit.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Okay, yeah, Wayne. So if you ain't no way that Wayne. That's why I said too. I would work for Wayne Tech. But if you get Wayne Tech internet, then you straight. But if you fucking around with any, first off, you got to worry about did they blow up?
That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking of the logistics of getting this internet. There is no Wayne Tech coming out and hooking up your shit. He goes, they go send you that shit in the mail, like you hook it up. We ain't coming out.
Also, to be fair, to be completely fair, as long as I stay away from Crime Alley, I'm pretty much like set. Like I ain't gotta live. I ain't gotta like it ain't like Metropolis. I gotta live in the suicide. You feel me? Like
one they're gonna get off that plane when he go that Joker smile.
Oh, shit. You know he be on Spirit Airlines or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's the one Joker ball too.
Yeah, that's what Joker ball. Yeah, nah.
We got another flight for Gotham coming in.
I'm not flying Spirit, and I'm not flying first class.
Random shit like that would happen, or you'd be at the subway and Mr. Freeze decides to fire a shot at the damn subway because he's fucking with Batman or something like that.
See, that's why I say I'm not flying nothing.
No, I'm talking about riding the subway.
I'm definitely not riding the subway.
He said he gonna go work at the warehouse and go home.
Go home,
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm driving. I'm not taking a cab.
Even that.
You remember that part of the movie when Batman does all those cars and rolled over them?
At night.
That's you driving to work. Oh, you're right. That's at night. That's at night.
It was nighttime. Yeah, you're right. As long as you don't go anywhere at night. I mean, during the day. I'm sorry, at night you might be good.
But imagine the criminal's trying to fuck around because they think Batman's asleep.
Right. You might get that smart criminal. He's like, you know what? Batman only fucks with me at night. I'm gonna start doing shit during the day.
Shit, where were you there with Bane? When Bane fucking was
that's
there?
Where y'all ain't peeped it at. The villains are predictable. They got gimmicks, bro.
They are. Yeah,
they got gimmicks, and they like to fuck around.
Yeah, the Riddler ain't wasting no fucking elaborate scheme on your neighborhood.
Yeah, that's the thing. Riddler ain't doing like saw traps or nothing. He'll just fuck
brother.
I'm in the house by 5.
What
are you talking about?
Don't fuck around on daylight savings time and not daylight savings time and be out at 5.
Oh no, bro. What are you talking about? I'm in the house before 5. Like it's over.
The only person who is not really predictable is Ivy because her shit is citywide. You be like, be chilling in your house. You'd be like,
oh, she did cover the whole city in plants.
The problem is she still is predictable. You know why?
The Jumanji plants.
Not even that. All I have to do is watch the news. If I hear anything about some new exotic plant coming in or some kind of weird exhibit,
that's
I'm taking PTO, bro.
I'm have all these fucking screens with every news channel in the city.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you gonna have all them screens from Swordfish because you need to watch the news, all the different news stations.
Oh, this says I can't go out until Tuesday.
Yep.
Yeah, air quality is shit right now because we got pollen everywhere because of fucking poison ivy.
Oh, you best believe I have filters.
You're gonna have to.
I'll have filters.
You
Yeah,
got a bunker in an apartment.
Oh, yeah.
We ain't never come to see you. It's too much work. I need too much.
I can come to see y'all because I can work like I want. I have plenty.
We can meet in Metropolis.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, well, I'm nah.
Yeah.
I'll meet you with Rico.
Yeah, come to Central City. That's
Yeah, let's go to Central City.
Y'all come to Central City.
Because what'll happen is we'll
Yeah,
fuck around, some shit'll happen, like we'll trip or I'll fucking drop our bags and without even knowing in the flash day and put us upright and put our bag back in our hand. We won't even know it.
You're good. You okay? You good? Have a good day, Central City. Take off.
And then here go Rico. Oh, you get used to that.
You see,
He's like, Rico, have a good day. Like, all right, bet.
Saint
Rico, that
come
watch
to
this.
Gotham,
He throws his coffee in the air.
Flash catches it.
What you say, Wonder?
Saint can't come to Gotham though,
Why is that?
because that would ruin all of my luck.
Why?
Because think about it. I live in Gotham. I'm dodging all this badness. I'm keeping an eye on everything. And then my rich friend from a very wealthy country with a very not fuckwittable diplomat.
They gonna follow the rose petals to your door.
It's a penguin with a backpack on. Boom!
Exactly.
It's not penguin. Like,
cannot have it, brother. Egyptian cotton, do not darken my door. I will come see you.
Oh my god! He's like, you're a tourist here. Don't touch shit. Don't touch shit.
I'll meet you at the airport.
That's
all right.
What'd you say?
I said, "Oh, this is how you live."
That's mental. Why? He's like, "But I pay $320 a month. How about you?"
Right.
Exactly. Like, asshole in Liberia. Oh, were there mutants? Who was in Liberia? Was it regular people?
Regular people.
Oh, okay.
I swear I remember a storyline where he offered asylum to people too.
He did.
I think he did. Yeah, I think he did.
He does on the regular.
Yeah,
that's one of his main things is like he brings talented people. I mean, he'll bring anybody and he'll do like the whole like fair due process of entry and whatnot. Like you gain citizenship.
Did he allow mutants there?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you might catch a stray from a mutant. You might have a Cyclops situation. Some random lasers come through, but it's lower than anywhere else. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody from what I hear, everybody be chilling in Latveria. Don't nobody hate the shit.
Yeah.
Nobody hate Doom there. Like Doom is
might
shit.
Blow it up like Genosha just because they're racist.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, Genosha.
Yeah, we don't fuck. Victor don't play about us.
Yeah.
Exactly. Victor don't play about us.
Victor don't play about us.
You see how he quickly became Latvian?
Right?
Yeah,
like, God damn, Victor don't play about us.
Throwing up and shit.
Yeah. That's all right. You talking all that shit. You can have all that Latvian castle and shit like that. I got a Wayne Tech apartment, bro.
Yeah, and I got
and it's I said, what you don't know is I'm steady buying up property.
Yep. Oh, my brother.
Oh man. Okay,
brother.
That's
I'm gonna have a. You know what's crazy? Paying the amount of money I'll be making working in Wayne Tech. Paying $320 a month for rent, which is pill. I can set up an account for that.
I want to say, I feel like Bruce Wayne give all his employees condos on the island where he lives.
Especially the good ones. They're like, no, I'm good, Bruce. You know what? Let me get some stock, brother.
Yeah, he seems like a stock option type of play. Like,
yeah,
he seems like that
because he likes to help other people make the money grow.
Don't his whole family run power though for the city and shit?
Depending on the universe, they family is in everything.
Yeah, Wayne Tech was like he grew it, like he grew because I think
we got to do a whole Batman episode too.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, I just want to get the logistics of these things. of living in these universes.
Bro, I'm-
we'll get some. Like I'll write a few more things down tomorrow too before we watch the movies that we can.
that's my
I'll
main
look at some
takeaway.
places.
Just cheap rent, man. Cheap
Cheap
rent.
rent. All right, so cheap rent in Gotham City.
Cheap rent, predictable villains.
And man, Rico, we doing safety in Central City.
Mhm. I got a superhero that's essentially a friend. He's a friend to everybody.
See, the problem with Central City though
Mm.
is y'all get too complacent.
True, true. And I'll be
'Cause
just
y'all-
come to see you and like, oh, that's a nice little pet this penguin, and all of a sudden,
Nah, not even that. Shit be going down to Central City every now and then. Like when Impulse showed up.
well,
I guess some shit happened in Central City and Rico. Like, we don't do this here, man. You got to take that.
yeah.
Take that to Bloodhaven or some shit.
I can talk to the villains. That like, look, man, we don't do that here.
Hey,
Flash,
Cap.
I'm on my way to work. Could you like wait real quick? Let me get past. Real
Hey,
quick.
Cap. Top new car paint. Hey, whoa.
and Flash's villains kind of fuck
Can I
anyway.
just-
That's in
can I
reverse.
just squeeze- Yeah, can I just squeeze by? Yeah, that's your problem right there. Because you thinking about like Captain Cold and and Top and the
Yep.
Weather Wizard and shit like that. Nah, I'm talking about Savitar, motherfucker. I'm talking about Gorilla Grodd. What happens when he turns your whole
Oh
city
man,
into
Gorilla
monkeys
Grodd.
and shit?
We've been dealing with that debate for days now. I know what's happening then.
Because Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
they all specifically fuck with Flash though. Like Savitar, Reverse Flash, they aren't except for Gorilla Grodd. Gorilla Grodd might fuck with the city. Everybody needs to be an 8. Like, I'm good.
Exactly. or God forbid, Ultra Humanite.
Yeah, but he
got problems.
He does, but I guess he's on his dominant, dictator shit too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And
but
then
they're not as common as Metropolis or Batman villains. They aren't as common as that though.
Nah, but it's always the problem is it's always a fucking thing because you got Barry and Wally.
You got a gang of Flashes there too. That's the other thing.
That's
you got
the thing that be
Red Flash, Impulse, not Reverse Flash, Kid Flash, XS,
yeah, all
Jet
that shit.
Quick, fuck, you got a gang of Flashes. One Flash is a problem. 6 of them, you're good. You're fine. Unless they're in time.
Because,
shit, you know what?
All
you
that
got
shit
6
that be
Flashes
going down
running
with the
around. It's gonna be
Flashes.
chilly there.
Exactly.
Nah,
fucking tornadoes in the cities and shit.
when they all get together is when the shit pops off. Remember?
That is true. If they're all in one spot, then something's fucking up.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know what you do got to deal with in Central City is they always running in the middle of the street, blowing the windows out of your fucking car.
Yep.
They always going the speed of sound past people.
Just like must be like Florida, insurance just cover that shit. You get like 2 a year. No, well, Central City, you get like 6 replacements.
I gotta get this safe light. Ooh, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start a safe light. Windows repair. Everybody needs repair. All right.
We cutting it close to 2.
Oh,
yeah.
My bad.
So this was a good one. I enjoyed this one.
Love you stuck that recording on. I saw you.
Hell yeah. I think we got a good one. Maybe we could talk about. I think like some other ones, and not take too much away from upcoming show that Rico has. But this common stuff was fun as shit.
Yeah.
But we will catch y'all next time. Appreciate y'all listening to. I'm actually probably gonna put this episode up for tomorrow. This was fun.
Gotcha.
But that's it for us. We appreciate you guys listening as always. We really appreciate the love and support. Sharing is caring, and as always.
Don't forget to have fun.
And catchphrase.
Gorilla Grodd.
Cut.
Good.